Transmigration with QQ Farm, Chapter 1.2, Transmigration. Xiao Xiao, are you okay? Don't scare your own mother. Tell me, where are you not feeling well? Her worried expression, her concerned voice, she sounded very sincere. Cheng Xiao Xiao sillily called her, Mom, Big sister, how come you passed out all of a sudden? Mom and us were truly scared, a little boy around the age of 12 said to her. Next to him there was another boy around 10 standing in front of her. The youngest, who has yet to say a word, was a little girl around 7 or 8. You could tell they are siblings from their looks. What had happened? Cheng Xiao Xiao was truly dumbfounded. Inside her mind was a big mess. She didn't feel right. Did she transmigrate? Xiao Xiao, is your head still hurting? Do you want me to go get the doctor? The concerned questioning interrupted her thoughts. She looked closely at the fair-looking woman in front of her. Her concerned look made her feel warmth inside her heart. She couldn't help but to say, I am all right. Are you sure? Asked Mrs. Cheng, a bit hesitant. Yeah, really. I'm okay, Mom. Just let me rest for a bit. The way she said Mom was a bit awkward, but Mrs. Cheng hadn't noticed. She just thought her oldest daughter was still hurt. She comforted her gently. Okay, why don't you rest for a bit? I'll let you know when dinner is ready. Thanks, Mom. Good girl. Get some more rest. Let me know if you don't feel well. Okay, I will. Mrs. Cheng noticed that Xiao Xiao looked like she was okay. She felt much better now, though that did not relieve the frowning on her face. She barked orders at the other kids. Treng Wan, Treng Bin, Lan Lan, go play outside. Let your sister sleep. The 3 kids turned around and left obediently so as to let their sister rest. Once all the family members were gone, Cheng Xiao Xiao couldn't fall asleep at all. She looked around the room that she was in. This was the first time she noticed them. Inside the room, other than the bed that she was lying on, there was a box, a table, a stool, and nothing else. All these 3 items looked old and beat up. She could even see the wall made out of mud and straw covering the roof of the house. Cheng Xiao Xiao was speechless. Even though she didn't have memories of how she had gotten here, one thing she was sure of was that this was not her home. This was not where she was from. She had officially become a member of the Transmigration Army while playing QQ Farm. A few days later, a 16-year-old kid wearing clothing made out of rough fiber. Light brows, large eyes, slender, pointy face. Not extremely beautiful, but still quite fair. Cheng Xiao Xiao looked at her reflection on the water. She had become 10 years younger. Should she be happy about it? These last few days, she had come to accept that she had become someone else. She found out that where she was similar to the old Tang dynasty. She was quite surprised that the area she was in was not found at any time in history, but one by the name of Dafeng country. Specifically, she was residing in Willow Village, a remote border area of Dafeng country. Her family wasn't really a part of the Willow Village natives. Her folks had just moved here some 3 years ago. As to where they were from, she had no idea. She had amnesia when it came to anything that happened before she woke up in front of her family. Their house was only a few miles from Willow Village. They could see Willow Village from their front door. They didn't socialize too much with the villagers, but they were still considered the residents of Willow Village. They'd chit-chat with Willow Village's residents when they'd run into each other. The most distressing news of all was that not only was the family extremely poor, their 30-something-year-old dad was beaten up by someone just a few days ago. They'd crushed his bones and severed his nerves. But the family was so poor that they couldn't afford to have a doctor come and look at him. All he could do was to lay on the bed and fight for his life.